Hi guys, this is another video and this is about the do's and don'ts of dreadlocks. So I'm basically going to just give maybe like about 6 things on what you shouldn't or should do in your lock journey. This is just what I found out, or what works for me or what doesn't work for me, so you can do your own research as well. Okay, so the first one is compare. Do not compare your dreadlocks with somebody else's, because you could be at a different stage of your lock journey to that other person you're comparing yourself to. So it doesn't even make sense. And even if you are on the same stage, you guys probably have different hair textures or whatever it is. So you just don't compare your dreadlocks to someone else's, because it's not, what is it going to do for you? It's not going to do anything. You can learn from them and see how they went, maybe take some tips and pointers, but don't compare and wish they were like that. Just be happy with the locks that you have, but do embrace your locks. You know, I've had instances of when they people would have their locks and then it would grow longer, and then I'm like, they missed the time where it was shorter. So even though right now if it's short, you may not like it, maybe embrace it and be confident with it and wear it out, because there may be a time where you miss it. So I think embrace your locks, because it's a beautiful thing and you need to embrace where it comes from and the beauty of it and just everything about locks. Just embrace it and just wear it out and be confident with it. It's great. Do not do too much or even too little. What I mean by this is, for example, don't do too much. For example, when my hair was out, I used a lot of product and I would use everything in my hair because that's what my hair needed. It's what it wanted. Not like excessively, but I had different stuff for my hair. But now with locks, you don't need to do all of that. Of course, you don't do too little that you're not feeding your hair what it needs, because at the end of the day, it's still hair. It may be locks, but it still needs to grow and it still needs to be healthy. So feed your hair what is needed, but do not overdo it, because all these products will then create buildup, and you do not want buildup in your locks. So buildup is not the answer. So feed your locks what it needs, but don't do too much with it, because you don't want to not feed your locks and then they're unhealthy and they're breaking and they're doing this and you're wondering what's wrong. Locks doesn't necessarily mean you don't, that now that you have it, you don't have to worry about your hair. You're just going to leave it and you're just going to leave it to do what it wants to do. Feed it a little bit. Well, at least that's what I do. I oil it, you know, do what needs to be done. Make sure that it's healthy and that it's moisturized and there's nothing wrong with it. Another example of not doing too much or too little is retwisting. So at the start, I retwist my hair once a month, and then I put extensions in, and because I had extensions in, I didn't do it that often. I didn't do it before I put the extensions in, because I was like, if I retwist my hair and then put extensions over it, what if my hair breaks? And then during I had extensions, I couldn't retwist it. Then after I had extensions, I didn't really retwist it until weeks after. So then it came about like I didn't really do it that often. So you don't need to retwist your hair all the time. Of course, if you're doing like freeform locks or whatever, you're obviously not going to need to do that. But if you want, like, if you're doing locks like how I'm doing locks, that you just like retwist it, don't do it too much, because retwisting, you're like, if you do it too much, it's like you're strangling your hair, and at the end of the day, it will break. If you're retwisting your hair like once a week, I'm sure that's not good for you. Retwisting your hair once a week, because that's strangling your hair, and it just will not end well. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it will work for you, but I don't think that would work for me and a lot of other people, to retwist every week. I don't think that's what's needed. But of course, if you don't retwist your hair and you're wanting your hair to look like uniformed, then you're gonna have to do it sometimes, because if you want it uniformed, you need to be retwisting it and making sure it locks up and whatnot. Otherwise you're just leaving it, which is okay. But if that's not the style you're looking for, then that is not the thing to do. Is wear like a head wrap or something when you go in the shower. So let's say you just had a retwist and you're gonna have a shower. Like, I have hot showers, so the humidity in the air will undo my retwist, so there was no point in getting it in the first place. So if you do have a shower, wear something to wrap your hair around, because you don't want your hair to start untangling and like locking or whatever it is, just coming undone when you just got it done. So do wear a head wrap, and maybe you don't put the temperature too high that there's just so much humidity in the air that your hair wants to lock. And also, like, going running and exercising, I did that, and I wore a cap when I did that, which I don't think maybe wasn't really a smart idea, because that's even more heat that wants to untangle my hair. So maybe just wear something that you know that will like stop the humidity coming in, or less heat, or just something like that. So like I just mentioned, do not retwist a lot. Do not retwist a lot. It is not needed to do. I do once a month. Maybe you can even do like once every 2 months, because that's what probably I'm going to start doing, once every 2 months, because it's not needed to do all the time. Even though I think I am going to have to retwist my hair, because I did go to the beach, then my hair got all wet, and then the retwist that was done is now undone, so I may have to do it again. But do not retwist a lot. Okay. So do not put in hair accessories too early, because I've heard that it's just going to stop the locking process or bump up the locking process, and that's not what you want. You don't want that. So definitely wait longer. Maybe wait until your hair is fully locked. If you've just got starter locks, wait until your hair is fully locked before you put hair accessories on. Now, I wear hair extensions sometimes, so I didn't wear hair extensions for the first, I don't know, like 6-7 months when I first got my locks, because I heard that it's not good, and like, just like the hair accessories, that's exactly what the extensions would do. So do wait to put hair accessories, extensions on, because now I have so you can put extensions on locks, but just wait until maybe it's locked, so that it's not stopping the process and it's not doing anything bad. So do wait to put hair accessories and extensions on. And like I already said, just another do, even though I already said this, embrace your locks, because they are beautiful. And whether they're colored or different, shapes, different styles, embrace them, because they are beautiful. And that is my do's and don'ts for today. Maybe I'll make another do's and don'ts when I have more stuff to say. Maybe if you guys have any do's and don'ts, you can put it down, what you do to your locks and what you avoid doing to your locks, so that maybe I can find more information, or you can help everybody else. That's it for today's video. I do not know what my next one will be. Hopefully it'll be more interesting.